Is this not the vibe? Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I plan on doing a little bit of a cool minty moment. I just did my new set of press-on nails. This is also that Clutch brand. It's like, I don't know if you can tell on here, it's kind of tie-dye, like very subtle cloud vibes. So that's kind of like the background today. A little pink and blue with a little green Target dress on. I'm very excited to put makeup on today. I'm throwing on a wig, which is why my hair is up right now. My hair is an absolute mess. But the palette I'm gonna be using today, I think I'm gonna use these two. Of course, I can't find the other one. Where is it? It's the mint one from ColourPop. I think I'm gonna use one of the lighter mint colors in there, but the main palette that I'm gonna use today is this one from Dose of Colors. This is the Pretty Cool palette. They just recently relaunched these palettes, like Baked Brown, Sassy Siennas, Marvelous Mauves, which I think I used every day for like a year. So they just relaunched them in this new really pretty packaging, and today I'm gonna be using Pretty Cool. We're gonna go a little bit cooler tone today. Surprise, surprise. It's not gonna be like super crazy cool, but like something in between, you know? My lids are already prepped. I use Shape Tape. It's been working for me lately, so I'm just going back to that. I had a very frustrating morning, and I don't know why, because well, I do know why. It's because I started my dot and everything is just on frustration right now. But I've actually been the past 4 days or so in a much better mood because the weather has gotten so much better here in LA. I mean, it went from like 60 degrees to literally 100, 60 to 100, but I'm okay with heat. I don't mind heat at all. I grew up in Roseville, which summers were like a minimum of 100 degrees back when I was a kid, so I'm used to like really, really hot. John is not, but I'm gonna keep going in with this shade here. So I've really been enjoying the warm weather. I think I thrive more in the heat than in the cold. Like I enjoy the cold for like a moment, but not full time. So I'm gonna leave this inner corner pretty big because we're gonna be bringing eyeliner down into the tear duct area. So just using that first shade in the palette, I'm really lightly just adding this into the crease and bringing it straight out over here. The actual eyeshadow for this look, I did a similar look, when was it? Patrick Starr's birthday party, which was back in November. And I really wanted to create something like that again with like a minty shade. So this is kind of what I did. You wanna bring it kind of more straight out on the side for the wing. And this is all about making your eyes look a little bit longer. So I'm using a pretty fluffy brush, and now I'm gonna switch to a smaller one, Smith 247. And I'm gonna go in the next deeper shade in the Pretty Cool palette, which is quite a bit darker, so I don't wanna use too much. And add a little bit to the outer corner. I'm gonna go even further than my outer corner. I want to make the eyes look nice and big. And I'm just really lightly applying it out here. Next step, and this is gonna be right before I do the liner, I'm gonna add a tiny bit of concealer. We're gonna like lightweight cut the crease. Lightweight. And I'm gonna angle it a little bit more down instead of like really high up. I'm not like huge into cut creases currently, but I do like a little bit of definition. I'm gonna use this shade right here on the inner corner. This is Mojito Mami. And I'm gonna kind of lightly put this on the inner corner and pull it in. And I'm using a synthetic brush for this because it works best when you're using like really shimmery metallic colors like this, and kind of just packing it on and then pulling it towards the center of the eye. Liner is like 80% done. I'm still gonna do the inner corner and bring it down, but I want to do my foundation and concealer before I do that. So I'm gonna put on lashes now, and these are Baddie B lashes in the style IG. Gonna curl the lashes. I curl them before I put them on. I don't know if it actually does anything on these ones. And the glue that I use, I have been getting a lot of questions on what glue I use. I use the Duo Brush On adhesive. This is the green, it has the green writing on there. This is the one that gives my eyes the least amount of allergic reaction. Why do I feel like this pretty cool palette was meant to use with mint green? It's so good, right? Like, all right, this side's still drying a little bit, but I'm gonna go ahead and move on to complexion. I'm gonna prime today with the Smashbox Photo Finish Vitamin Glow Primer. And the foundation I'm going to use today, the first time I used this foundation, I literally squirted it all over my shirt and I was so upset. I'm using the Beauty Blender Bounce. I understand how this was supposed to be, and I know this is like not a new product, but I know this is supposed to be like a different, like you just put it here, but I don't like putting it here because this gets all dirty. So I just turn it over and squirt it this way. But the first time I did it, I literally had it facing me like that, like a dummy. So I'm gonna pump some of this out. Let's do some foundation here. I've really been into putting foundation on with brushes. It's just kind of been my jam lately. So, go. I got I'll just talk about it now. The Flower Heat Wave Bronzing Essence. It's kind of like a liquid bronzer, and I do like that it has a little bit of like a reddish undertone to it. Normally for bronzer, I'll go pretty like neutral undertone, but this, I kind of like it. I don't kind of like it, I do like it. Got a little bit of like a shimmer to it. I think I'm just gonna start mixing it in. And before I do the bronzer, I'm actually gonna use, this is Dominique Cosmetics' new skin gloss. This is the Golden Dew shade, Skin Enhancer. So what's great is it's actually really hot in here right now because I had to turn the air off to film. And she said you could apply it with a brush, but best to use your fingers, which I'm totally about. And it's already really warm in here, so I'm hoping this will help like warm everything up together. So I'm gonna start applying it here. Now I'm gonna do the bronzing essence from Flower. And this does have like kind of a thick texture, so I like to push the dropper all the way in and then pull out some more. Like I feel like it's always like really goopy in the very beginning. Is this stuff, I've never know, like Flower, are they discontinuing stuff? Like I feel like they like kind of do that a lot, don't they? Mess with your emotions. Oh great, now it's exploding. All right, and I'm gonna use, this is the Smashbox Blurring Foundation Brush. Love to use this for liquid bronzers. So now I'm gonna warm up my skin using the Essence. You see how it has a little bit more of like a reddish, not like red, but it's definitely like a warm bronzer. So I'm just gonna kind of bring this down my neck. Now, normally I would bring this all over my forehead, but I'm gonna be wearing a wig, so I'm wearing a wig with bangs, so I'm just gonna do like a little bit. But normally I would go all the way in, like all the way in. But you can see how it just warmed up that side of the face, added a little bit of contour. I'm contouring with like a little bit of a warmer tone lately, you know, fight me, I don't care. So this is with no bronzer, and then this is with a little bit of that bronzer. And I think it just adds like a really pretty sun-kissed glow. Just kind of blend the rest of it in. Isn't that so pretty? I just love the way that stuff looks. Like that's what I want in a liquid bronzer right now. That's how I'm feeling. In essence, I want more things that have the word essence in it, and I don't feel like that's too much to ask for. All right, now I'm gonna go in with the Too Faced. This is the Born This Way concealer. I'm pretty sure this is my shade Nude. Let me just put on a little bit. I think that'll look good. And I'm gonna use this, I think this is a Real Techniques little sponge. So this is the step I want to do before I finish the eyeliner. So that way I don't accidentally like conceal it. That would make me cry. Isn't it weird? I actually miss doing kind of like a full coverage moment. Ever since I did my makeup for that at-home Coachella, I was like, oh, full coverage foundation feels kind of good. All right, so now when I do my powder, believe it or not, I'm not gonna use a liquid blush today. I'm not using the Flower Beauty blush today, I know. Big surprise. I am going to not take it all the way up to the inner corner because I'm gonna do eyeshadow on there and I don't want to like set it all the way. I was like, do I want to do, I have this one from Makeup Forever. This is like in a refill pan. I love minty green with like a soft cool pink. I think it's so pretty. But I also have this one, which I thought could be nice, maybe a little bit more subtle. This is from Flower Beauty. See, I'm not using the Flower Liquid, but I am using Flower Beauty blush. Flower Beauty Sweet Pea, which I don't think I've used this one before. I think I only used Hibiscus. So I'm loading it up on an IT Cosmetics brush. And I'm just gonna tap it. This is definitely like a cooler toned, almost a little bit lavender actually looking blush. I think I'm gonna order some of that Freck. Have you guys tried that? I would like to start doing faux freckles. I've done it a couple times and I've just used my brow pencil because it's so like cool undertoned. But yeah, let me know if you guys like that product because I think I'm gonna order some. Time to get into this lower lash line with the palette. Now is the time to do the inner corner. And if you're thinking about having coffee before you do a look like this, don't. Don't overdo it on the coffee. You wanna have a steady hand. No mistakes, there's no room for error here. No, I'm just kidding. You can actually. I've messed up a few times and you can clean it up with a concealer brush fairly easily if you didn't set your under eyes too much. But we wanna avoid that. So, where is my liner? Here it is. You could also use a liquid eyeliner pen if you're partial to that. I don't know why I feel like I have more control with a brush sometimes. So I'm gonna use that same Smashbox brush. So I'm just gonna follow my tear duct. So I'm going straight down using just the point of the brush right there. So I'm tilting it like, so I'm really just using the tip. And then connect it to the waterline right over here. You have to continue breathing. Continue breathing to let your body know that you're okay and that you're not in distress. That's how you do it. It's just like stretching. You know when you're doing like a really hard stretch and you just want to stop breathing and then your body starts trembling? This is essentially the same. It's the same thing. All right, and that I think is it. Do you want it to be a little bit smokier? No, I think I like the lower lash line. My lower lashes are showing up today, okay. Wasn't really planning on putting that much mascara on them, but they're here. I'm gonna use the Makeup Forever Endless Cacao lip liner. Very cool toned and a little bit lighter than Total Taupe. And now I'm gonna use, for the lipstick, I'm using I Need a Nude. This is one of the Natasha Denona ones, and this is the shade Natasha. I love this color so much. So, this is on, yeah, eyelids are a little dry. It's okay. Maybe I'll add some gloss or something. So I put the lipstick on. I also, this is like the cooler tone one, but if you're looking for like a warmer one, this one, which is Charlotte, you can see like the difference between the two, how much warmer this one is. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I actually use these together sometimes. So I'm just kind of tapping them together. And then what I'll do is I'll come in either with that same lip liner color. I'm actually gonna use one a little bit more like my lip tone and start to shade on the actual lips. Add a little bit more dimension and it blends everything together as well. We do some setting spray. This one's from Smashbox. Set it and forget it, and then I'll throw on my wig. Ta-da! And that's it. That's the last step in today's look. This is my wig that I got off of Amazon. It was 20 bucks. So when I got this one in the mail, I ended up giving it a trim. I put it on one of the mannequin heads and I gave it a trim all the way around because it came in pretty uneven lengths. And then I also snipped the bangs to make them a little bit more fringy. And I cut them a little bit every time I put it on. Like I'll do it a little bit wispier or I'll kind of like break it up a little bit more. And then when I want to wear it with a hat, I just clip the bangs back. It looks really bad, but I clip it back with like these. Like I wore it to the at-home Coachella that Angel did, and I wore it with a hat and I didn't have to style my hair, which was incredible. So my hair is not quite this dark, but it's pretty similar color to my hair. So this is one of my favorite Amazon purchases that I thought I would throw in here, and I did not want to do my hair today, so it worked out great. Anyway, you guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching.